Hello again, Dinky Dana here. I haven't been putting out many videos recently. I've been really busy with work, and this month is the most snow ever in history of Pittsburgh in a single month. So I've been, shoveling snow up at our office and stuff like that. So I've been really busy, and a lot of stuff is piled up that I should have done videos on, and I've just been putting them off and being lazy whenever I come home from work and going to sleep. I haven't been playing too many games, but I'm going to cram a bunch of stuff into this video. It might be 2 parts, but first to start, I definitely want to thank Mr. Incredible 44. He saw my last pickups video that I got Final Fantasy Advent Children on DVD, and he sent me a message, and he sent me the movie Final Fantasy The Spirits Within. It's just a DVD. He didn't have a case, so I just stuck it in this, but he wrote a note with it. I'll read that off to you. He says, "Hey Dinky Dana, I hope you enjoy this movie. I sure thought it was going to be better, or to be good, but it didn't turn out as good as I thought, but I hope you like it. Mr. Incredible 44. And I really appreciate you sending it. I watched it, and back whenever this came out, I was so excited for it, and I thought that it was going to be, like a Final Fantasy game, and it turned out to be nothing like that. I was really disappointed whenever I saw it in the theater back then, and I rewatched it. I mean, it's not a horrible movie, but my expectations were so high that I was disappointed with it back then. It's not a great movie, but the CGI effects were really cool back then. Everything looked really real at the time, so it was really cool seeing that, but overall it's not that great of a movie. But I really appreciate you sending me that. He didn't ask for anything in return, so thanks a lot. I'll put a link to his channel over in the description. The next thing I'd like to talk about, I was out at the thrift store, and I'm gonna mention this in this video instead of my pickups. I got a collection out there, and it's the Zork Legacy Collection, and I didn't really know what Zork was. Apparently I should have, because I looked it up after I bought this. I got it, and I looked it up, and I asked my dad, actually. He said this Zork is the first game he ever played back whenever it was just like DOS. It was just words on the screen, black and white, and you didn't have any pictures or anything. So I ended up getting this. I figured I'll mention it now. If any of you out there are really interested in this, I looked it up on eBay. I couldn't find any prices for it, and then on Amazon there was one going for about $70. But I figured some of my subscribers out there might be, get a lot more use out of this than me, because I didn't really grow up with it. So if anyone's interested in that, let me know. And the next thing is kind of like a rant. I did my last review on Ostotake Owenden 2, and I put the 2 games up there. I got the first one, and I love that one too. And a lot of people were, comparing it to Elite Beat Agents, and I'd seen gameplay of it, and I didn't really want to buy it. But after people said that, I went out and bought it. And this game, if I had played this game by itself before I played the other ones, I would have thought it was maybe okay and a little bit of fun. But after playing the other ones, this game is absolutely horrible. If you guys have played this game and you even enjoyed it remotely, definitely pick up the Owenden games. They're so much better, and it's kind of like this one was, their attempt to westernize the series, and they just completely ruined it. The music's no fun, I thought, and the stories in the Japanese version, you feel bad for all the characters, and you feel really connected to them just by watching the story, even without reading the words. And in this one, I could read the words, and I could care less about any of the characters in it. I mean, I don't know. If people have liked this game, you're definitely going to like the Japanese one. But if you haven't played this yet, definitely skip over it and pick up the Owenden games. Watch my last review. Definitely pick them up, because they're one of my favorite games that I've played all year. And this is the biggest disappointment to me since, I don't know, Final Fantasy 12. I hated that game too. But definitely don't play this game. And then the next thing I'm going to go into are 2 tag videos. The first one I got tagged by Tiffany437. And she, Radicus, wrote me over. I like watching his videos, and he wrote me a message and said, his girlfriend made a channel and she put up an 80s tag video, and she tagged people for a 90s one. So she tagged me, and I put it off for a while. That was probably 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. And the first question was my favorite 1990s movie, and there were a ton of great 90s movies. I really love Beauty and the Beast. I love Disney movies. I like that one a lot. Silence of the Lambs, Schindler's List are great. But my 2 favorites, and it would probably be a tie, I can't really pick one, And the first one would be Schindler's List. I really love that movie. And also The Usual Suspects. Every time I watch that, I already know the twist in it, but every time I watch it, you know, I'm hooked the whole way through the movie again. The next question is, I actually have the questions written down here, is my favorite 90s cartoon. That's definitely The Simpsons. I remember watching that. I mean, we would watch that as a family, you know, all around the TV, and it was just good fun. I loved it all through the 90s. The next question is favorite TV show from the 90s, and that's Seinfeld. I still love watching Seinfeld now, and there are no shows like it, I don't think. Next one is favorite toys from the 90s. My favorite toy, I don't know if you categorize it as a toy, is definitely the Game Boy. I know it's a console, but that was my favorite thing out of the 90s that I got to play with. But if I had to go with real toys, I'd say G.I. Joes. I played with them still in the 90s. And favorite game, it's a tie. I can't really pick one. And well, I love the Zelda series, so I guess I would say it's Zelda: Link to the Past. And the other one that's right behind it is Metal Gear Solid. Those two games are in my top games of all time, and they were both from the 90s. The next tag I got tagged in is a Chinese tag, and I got tagged by Pixels to Polygons. He's got a really cool channel. I'll put links to both of them over in the description. And the first thing was, what is your Chinese zodiac sign? And I'm a dog. I don't really know anything about the zodiac stuff. I just looked it up on the internet and saw what I was. So I don't know what that says about my personality at all. The next question was favorite Chinese food. Mine would definitely be beef with broccoli. I get that all the time. I don't know why. I just always end up liking it. And the last question is, what was your fortune cookie say? And some people looked these up online and, you know, saw what their fortune cookie was going to say. I just wanted to tell you a little story. Every time someone brings up a fortune cookie, I used to go to school at Penn State, and we would always go out drinking on the weekends and go out to this Chinese buffet on, you know, a night after in the morning, and we'd all feel like crap, you know, hungover. And we always went out to this Chinese restaurant, and my buddy Bob got the funniest fortune cookie for the time. And we were all eating, we felt like crap, all hungover, and he opened up his fortune cookie and he read it out to us, and it said, "Your body's for use, not abuse." So, like, just the timing of getting that fortune after feeling that bad and putting his body through all that abuse the night before from all the alcohol and probably cigarettes, I don't even know what. It was just really funny seeing that, and so I figured I'd share that rather than say what a computer-generated one would be. Alright, so that pretty much catches me up on all the stuff that I've been putting on for probably the past month. I think Tiffany437 tagged me about 3 weeks ago, but I'm not going to tag anyone. If you want to do a tag, definitely, you know, put one up. And Tiffany437, I'll tag you on that 90s one so I can see your favorite 90s stuff. That's all I'm going to do in this video. My next video, I'm going to show you some stuff that I just found, and I'm probably going to try and put it up tonight, so it'll be up pretty soon. So, I'm Dinky Dana. Thanks for watching.